when. He apologized on Twitter to fans who had purchased his number 73 jersey with his former name on the back. So far this season, Vasquez has 3 saves in 4 starts despite a 9.82 ERA. We're just a day away from the Penguins taking the ice for Game 1 of their first-round series against the Philadelphia Flyers at the PPG Paints Arena. And yesterday at practice, Ole Mata spoke about how the Penguins are going to take the approach of defending for their 3rd straight Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I think that's a goal, and that's what motivates you. But at the same time, you have that big picture when the game starts. You're not thinking about that. All you're thinking about is the game itself. Like you said about that, I think everybody says it a lot, that you got to take it one game at a time, one shift at a time. But in playoffs, stuff happens. You give up a goal, you score a goal. Doesn't matter. You just got to go out there and play the game the same way, play the game the right way. You might lose a game, you might win a game. It doesn't matter. It's just about the next game.
Penguins defenseman Ole Mata, that audio courtesy of the Pittsburgh Penguins radio network. Game 1 is tomorrow night at the PPG Paints Arena. 6:30 airtime here on Beaver County Radio. Puck drop is at 7. In other NHL news, after firing coach Alain Vigneault, the New York Rangers have dismissed 2 of his top assistants. Rangers general manager Jeff Gorton says that associate coach Scott Arniel and Darryl Williams were let go on Sunday. Gorton said Lindy Ruff is still on staff and intends to speak with him before deciding on his future. The Rangers went 226, 147, and 37 in 5 years under Vigneault, making the playoffs 4 times and reaching the Stanley Cup final in his initial season in 2014. They finished last in the Metropolitan Division this season and missed the playoffs for the first time since 2010, leading to the house cleaning behind the bench. Meanwhile, Chicago forward Patrick Kane has been named captain for Team USA at the upcoming IIHF World Hockey Championship in Denmark. Kane last played at the World Championships in 2008, his first in the NHL and the last time the Blackhawks missed the playoffs. In NBA action from last night, Toronto beats Detroit by a score of 108-98. The Cavaliers beat New York by a score of 123-109. The Thunder beat the Heat 115-93. It was Brooklyn 114, Chicago 105. Minnesota with a 113-94 victory over the Grizzlies. The Magic lose to Milwaukee by a score of 102-86. It was Denver 88, Portland 82. The Spurs beat Sacramento 98-85. And New Orleans beat the Clippers by a score of 113-100. Tonight, Philadelphia is at Atlanta, Boston's at Washington, the Pacers host Charlotte, Phoenix is at Dallas, the Lakers host the Rockets, and the Warriors are in Utah. And in NFL news, police say Green Bay Packers wide receiver Trevor Davis has been arrested after falsely claiming to have explosives while checking in for a flight at Los Angeles International Airport. An airport police spokesman said Davis was checking in for an Hawaiian Airlines flight when an airline employee asked him whether he had any explosives in his bag. Pedregon said Davis said yes and asked the woman he was traveling with, quote, "Did you pack the explosives?" unquote. For the latest sports news updates and information, check out our sports page at beavercountyradio.com and continue to follow us on Facebook at WBVP-WNBA. Matt Durzik with you here on the Noonday Report.
Enjoy those famous 50-cent wings Wednesday from 6 to 9 at Roberts Roadside Inn in Bridgewater.
Everybody's talking about Roberts Roadside Inn. 'Cause Beaver County's working at Roberts Roadside Inn.
Roberts is also famous for their fish fry specials on Friday and those tasty daily lunch specials at rock bottom prices. Seniors get a 10% break on their meals Monday and Thursday from 11 to 9. Come to Roberts after work as happy hour is featured weekdays from 4 to 6. D&M DJs plays the hits on Fridays and host karaoke on Saturdays at Roberts Sports Patio, where you can book your grad party, reunion, or even wedding.
Talk about Roberts Roadside Inn. 'Cause Beaver County rocks at Roberts Roadside Inn. Come on down to Roberts Roadside. Beaver County's rocking tonight.
Welcome to Huntington. How can I help you?
Hi, I may have accidentally overdrafted my account. What can I do?
As a Huntington customer, you get a 24-hour grace if your account is overdrawn. Just make a deposit by the end of the next day to make it right. Then we'll waive the overdraft fees.
That's perfect. Do other banks do that?
Let's call one and find out. Thanks for calling the bank that cares that you think we care about you.
Hi, so if I overdrafted by mistake, what can I do?
I'm here to help. Just pay a $35 fee and you're done.
$35. Can't I just put more money in to cover it?
I can see your $35 is important to you. Don't worry, we'll take good care of it. We have climate-controlled vaults.
Most banks say they care, but Huntington is the only bank that has 24-hour grace if you overdraft. It's just another way we're looking out for you. Welcome to Huntington, one of Money Magazine's best banks in America. Money Magazine is a registered trademark of Time Inc. 24-hour grace does not apply to return fees. Learn more at huntington.com/grace. Member FDIC.
The Pittsburgh Penguins will have a chance to defend their Stanley Cup championship.
Follow the Penguins throughout the playoffs on WBVP and WNBA. Go Pens!
Brought to you in part by St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows, the Brighton Health Mart Pharmacy, Roberts Roadside Inn, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Falcone's Moon Township Family of Dealerships, the Newcastle School of Trades, Suman Automotive, John Perneris Agency, Junction Auto Service, and Beaver County Radio. 1230 WBVP and 1460 WNBA. Follow the quest to the Stanley Cup with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Spring is here, and you want your car to look good for the good weather ahead. Gnu's Body Works in Freedom has been offering collision and restoration services for over 20 years. They can turn your old ride into something new or restore it to its former glory. Trust Gnu's and be ready for all the car cruises that the spring and summer have to offer. Experience and dedication count when it comes to restoring your vehicle, and now is the time to get it done. Call 724-770-1121 or visit them at 400 8th Street in Freedom.
Be sure and follow the Pirates all season long, and do your part to root them on by listening to exciting game action on Beaver County Radio. Local coverage is presented in part by Town Square Restaurant, Suman Automotive, Roberts Roadside Inn, St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows, Albert's Heating and Cooling, Falcone's Moon Township Family of Dealerships, New Sheffield Cafe, Stone Creek Structures, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, and Beaver County Radio. 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. And now it's time for Beaver County Memories presented by St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows. In today's segment, we will take a look at one of the more popular festivals that occurred in Beaver County around this time of year, Nationality Days, and its celebration of very diverse and beautiful cultures that developed following the mass influx of people from all over the world who migrated and settled in these parts. Typically held around the third weekend of May, Nationality Days in Ambridge was the physical incarnation of a labor phenomenon that began happening about a half a century earlier. Shortly after the Industrial Revolution, Beaver County was well on its way to becoming one of the leading areas for steel and other product manufacturing. The rivers located in this area provided two advantages that made the surrounding land attractive to industrial entrepreneurs. First, the waterways provided access to transportation to ship raw materials in like coal and finished products out like steel coils, rolls, and beams. Secondly, the naturally occurring stretches of flat land located along the waters, like the 6-mile stretch between Aliquippa and Monaca, where Jones and Lachlan Steel was built, created perfect places to set up rail transportation as well. The only thing missing was the people. But just like barges floating slowly up the river delivering coal to feed a hungry steel mill, passenger ships full of immigrants soon began arriving in droves from across the Atlantic Ocean, full of people that were in search of work, to the mills and factories in the area that couldn't function without them. They came from Croatia, Serbia, Greece, Italy, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, the Ukraine, and Middle Eastern nations like Syria and Lebanon, along with other countries. They also came in droves from southern states like Georgia and Mississippi. They came by the thousands too. Beaver County's population would more than double from the days before heavy industry and reach a peak of over 210,000 people in the 1970s. Reportedly, in the earlier part of the 20th century, Aliquippa's Jones and Lachlan Works was completing another house every day on average as the company tried to keep up with the influx of new hires arriving to the town and provide housing for its workers. Naturally, the incoming families to Beaver County lived, worshipped, and socialized with other people of the same mindset and national origin. This led to an additional advantage other than finding employment. It led to the preservation and proliferation of many different foods, lifestyles, languages, and ideas that added spice, figuratively and literally, to the culture of Beaver County. One could travel the world without ever leaving Beaver County, with churches, social halls, clubs, and even private schools springing up in every neighborhood displaying and proclaiming the traditions of the homeland from whence its members arrived. Realizing the uniqueness of the situation and the fact that they had the natural way to lure people and promote their town, along with the obvious fun of being able to visit a giant food festival, the Greater Ambridge Chamber of Commerce organized and started Nationality Days in 1966. According to an ad that appeared in the Beaver County Times that year, the event featured food booths from 10 different churches in Ambridge and was set up on Merchant Street between 6th and 7th Streets. The festival was held for 3 days and was a huge success, with visitors flocking to Ambridge from all over the region to sample ethnic treats like pierogi, halushki, gyros, baklava, kolbasi, stuffed grape leaves, punchkis, and many other delicacies representing the diverse groups of people living in the town. In the peak years of Nationality Days, it grew to stretch 4 blocks through the main part of town on Merchant Street, starting at 4th and going to the 7th Street block, and included dozens of food booths and crafters along with daily attractions and entertainment. Merchant Street will become so crowded that it was hard to move. Festival goers packed the closed-down street and sidewalk from one storefront on the east side of Merchant all the way over to storefronts on the west side. In its heyday, it was like a mosh pit, only with great-tasting food. Nationality Days was a truly unique experience that was on everyone's calendar every year for the 50 years that it happened. But even the best ideas run its course. Demographic shifts, declining population, and reduced interest from church volunteers to staff the booths eventually took its toll on the festival. In addition, the melting pot effect had blurred the lines over the course of time, and strong ethnic tradition and culture preservation are naturally no longer as prominent in recent days. Attendance and vendor interest began to decline around the late 90s and early 2000s. The last Nationality Days festival happened in 2016. All was not lost, however. Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church in Ambridge still hosts a very successful Greek food festival annually in July, and St. Elijah's Serbian Orthodox Church in Aliquippa stages an event of their own in early fall, among other smaller celebrations of ethnic culture that continue to occur throughout Beaver County. This has been Beaver County Memories, presented by St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows. Tune in every day at this time for more Beaver County Memories. A transcript of this and other archived editions of Beaver County Memories can be found at beavercountyradio.com.
Family game night, trips to the Tuska Drive-In, dinner around the dining room table. Mom has always been by your side, making memories and taking care of the family. Today, it's getting harder for her to live alone. St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows is here for your family. From on-site recreation to community outings, rest assured that your mom will continue making memories in a safe, caring environment. That's why we've been voted Best in the Valley for 8 straight years. To schedule a tour, call 724-495-1600.
Here at Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WNBA, we just love giving away prizes and making winners out of our listeners on a regular occurrence. If you'd like a complete list of the WBVP and WNBA prize contest rules, just visit beavercountyradio.com.
From Washington, D.C., it's the Cal Thomas Commentary. And now, here is America's #1 syndicated columnist, Cal Thomas.
Maureen Dowd had a fascinating column Sunday in the New York Times. It referenced a book by Joanna Coles about pursuing relationships in the digital age. Coles writes about the disappointment young women face after hooking up, spending the night with strangers, not wanting to have sex but feeling they're obliged to, getting blind drunk and not remembering much about the previous evening. Dowd quotes the author as saying, despite the consequences of promiscuous sex, no one wants to go back to sock hops and going steady. As one who went to sock hops in high school and knew people who went steady, I can testify that things were better then. Fathers were often present when boys arrived to take their daughters out. That often had a chilling effect on a young male libido. Culture and parents mostly taught boys to respect girls, though not all did, and girls were taught how and why to say no and mean it. This was to everyone's benefit. Peculiar now that what worked in the past is rejected, and what isn't working now we're supposed to keep trying, expecting different outcomes. Isn't that the definition of insanity? I'm Cal Thomas in Washington.
For a free copy of today's commentary and other information, visit calthomas.com or send a written request mentioning the date and subject to Values Through Media, Post Office Box 7065, Arlington, Virginia 22207. Tax-deductible gifts support these commentaries and are appreciated. Listen again next time for the Cal Thomas Commentary.
You know, I'm not a genius about money. I love my credit cards, and they love me. I was using them as a source of income, and then I got behind in my payments, and creditors were calling. I figured I had a problem, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I heard about Trinity, so I called and talked to a counselor. In half an hour, we worked out a plan. Now I've got one easy monthly payment, a lower interest rate, and I'm getting out of debt.
If you're in an endless cycle of paying on credit card balances that never seem to go away, then get ready for a toll-free number that will put you on a path to financial recovery. Trinity will consolidate your accounts, put a stop to late fees and over-limit charges, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands. If your debt has you down, we should talk. Call 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976. Call 1-800-990-6976.
At Franciscan Manor, we treat your loved one just as if they were our own. One of the most beautiful settings in the area, we offer a mansion-like facility with elegant furnishings from a 5-star dining room to weekly church services, a commons area, activity center, and you must see the lovely all-season room. The days are full with activities ranging from bingo, dancing, and weekly outings, including Monday's Mystery Ride. You can rest assured knowing your loved one is in good hands, whether it's respite, long-term, or rehabilitation. Make the call today to Franciscan Manor at 724-891-1150, located at 71 Darlington Road in Beaver Falls, or visit online at 5starliving.com.
Listen to 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA this Friday morning in the 9 a.m. hour with guest attorneys Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George. Attorneys LGKG specialize in auto accidents, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, motorcycle accident cases, and premises liability. The attorneys Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George will be available to answer your questions during the 9 a.m. hour this Friday on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
The time now at 12:39, temperature at 41 degrees in Beaver County. Continuing on now with local news, Chevron has donated thousands of dollars to Moon Township's K-4 STEAM program. Beaver County Radio News correspondent Cindy Giordano has more.
Last Friday, Chevron sent a representative to the Moon Area School District. At Bonmead Elementary School, they were presented a check for $21,000 for the K-4 STEAM program for the district. This is Sandy Giordano reporting for WBBP WMBA Beaver County.
Several hearings are being held over the next 2 weeks on several bills aiming to change Pennsylvania's gun laws. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Ron Marsico says he wants to hear from more of his colleagues on how to prevent gun violence in Pennsylvania during 2 hearings tomorrow and Wednesday. Officials say 2 more hearings are set for next week as well. The Medical Marijuana Advisory Board is suggesting adding dry leaf marijuana as a form of medicine, which could lower cost. Officials on the board say it takes more marijuana and more time to make the concentrated oil, driving costs higher. Officials say the dry leaf would have to be vaporized to be utilized properly. Pennsylvania Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine has up to a year to approve the board's suggestions. And today, April 10th, is Equal Pay Day, marking the number of additional days the average woman must work full-time this year to equal the amount that men made last year. Andrea Sears explains in this report from Harrisburg.
Today is Equal Pay Day, marking the 99 extra days women have to work this year to equal the pay men were paid last year. National Committee on Pay Equity data shows the wage gap between women and men narrowed slightly last year. Women are now paid 80 cents for every dollar paid to men. According to Tony Van Pelt, president of the National Organization for Women, that shows progress toward equal pay has moved at a snail's pace since the Equal Pay Act was signed into law by President John F. Kennedy in 1963.
When we first started talking about this, the average full-time working woman was earning 59 cents. So in 55 years, it's only closed by 18 cents.
She adds that the pay gap is even greater for women of color, with African American women earning an average of 66 cents and Latinas just 60 cents to every dollar paid to men. Van Pelt points out that the pay gap can have a huge impact over the course of a lifetime. Hourly pay itself is just part of total lifetime earnings.
Pension benefits, our vacation time, our caregiving time, all of these things can be based on how much a woman is paid, and so it's really important that she has equal pay.
On average, a woman's lifetime earnings are $530,000 less than a man's, and Van Pelt notes that lower pay for women affects more than their purchasing power.
If women are kept in a state of constant economic insecurity, they are more liable to feel that they must put up with sexual harassment and sexual assault in the workplace.
A study by the Institute for Women's Policy Research found that at the current pace, white women will achieve pay equity with white men in about 40 years. But for African American women, it will take 100 years, and for Latinas, more than 2 centuries. For Keystone State News Connection, I'm Andrea Sears.
This look at local news was brought to you this hour by St. Barnabas.
Family vacations, trips to the ballpark, fishing at Raccoon Creek. Dad has always been by your side, making memories and taking care of the family. Today, Dad needs some help with daily care. St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows is here for your family. From on-site recreation to community outings, rest assured that Dad will continue making memories in a safe, caring environment. That's why we've been voted Best in the Valley for 8 straight years. To schedule a tour, call 724-495-1600.
Do you experience any of the following symptoms? Dry eyes, crustiness of the lids, itching, lids stuck together in the morning. You may suffer from a condition called blepharitis. Blepharitis can affect how your eyes feel as well as your vision. At Complete Family Vision Care, they offer new revolutionary treatment for blepharitis. Schedule your exam at Complete Family Vision Care to see if you are a candidate for this treatment. It only takes a few minutes. That's Complete Family Vision Care. More doctors, more hours, and more locations. Or online at myvisioncare.com.
Longing to make a place for your car in the garage? I know what you could do. Call me, Diane Brocious, during Yankee Trader, heard Monday through Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. Give someone the chance to purchase the things you just don't need or use anymore. If there's something you need but don't want to pay retail for, then tune in to Beaver County's longest-running buy-sell trade show. It's likely that one of our listeners has just what you're looking for. That's Yankee Trader with Diane Brocious, Monday through Friday from 1 to 2, right here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. Good afternoon. I'm Diane Brocious, and it's time for the Tuesday edition of Out and About, a list of meetings and events going on in and around your community. Help the St. Barnabas Free Care Fund by purchasing some raffle tickets and or attending the Founders Day event on April 26th. If you purchase a ticket for $25, you have a chance to win a New York City trip valued at $6,300, or you could take $2,500 cash. There's a basket of cheer raffle tickets available also. Winners will be announced at the event on April 26th at the Pittsburgh Marriott North in Cranberry Township. Fox News senior judicial analyst and author Judge Andrew Napolitano is the guest speaker. Here's the phone number for more information or to buy your tickets. 724-625-3770 or go to stbarnabascharities.com. The Beaver Valley Choral Society's April concerts are coming up for God and Country, an American patriotic concert. There's 5 area locations in April. You can go to www.bvchoralsociety.net to get more information. A rummage sale at Marion Hill Alliance Church on Friday, April 20th and Saturday, April 21st. They're located on Rochester Road in New Brighton, PA. That's Pulaski Township. Friday, April 20th, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, April 21st, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Beaver County Genealogy and History Center is located on East End Avenue in Beaver, and they're having a guest speaker on April 17th at 7 p.m. Their speaker is from the Little Beaver Historical Society in Darlington, and the topic will be local activity in the Underground Railroad. Free admission, open to the public. And the Peterson Township Volunteer Fire Department is having a rummage sale on Saturday, April 28th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. They are accepting donations also. They're located on Darlington Road in Beaver Falls. At the Beaver County YMCA, there's all kinds of activities, but one I want to tell you about is the self-defense class. The instructor is Ed Hermick, a 5th-degree black belt called the Master. His class is going to be on Saturday, April 28th through June 16th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. For YMCA members, it's $40 for those classes, and non-members are $80. At the Church of the Living Christ on Riverside Drive in Bridgewater, they have free clothes and household items, all sizes, for kids, teens, and adults. That's scheduled for April 21st, Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the Beaver County Lighthouse is having a spring craft and vendor show this Saturday, April 14th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., showcasing all kinds of vendors. Come hungry, they'll have light refreshments sold by the Beaver County Lighthouse on the day of the event. There's an all-you-can-eat breakfast on Sunday, April 15th. That's this Sunday from 8 a.m. until noon at St. Monica Parish Hall. That's on Thorndale Drive in Chippewa. Cost is $7 for adults and $3 for children 12 and under. Sponsored by the Holy Name Society. All are welcome. And that about does it for this edition of Out and About. I'm Di Ambrosius, and if your organization, church, or group is having an event or meeting, or just call the station at 724-846-4100, or you can email Pat Septak at pseptak@beavercountyradio.com. Out and About is heard Monday through Friday during the Noonday Report right here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
In 1948, Beaver County was changing for the good. The amount of fun one could have inside their car was dramatically improving. That's because 3 drive-ins would open up that year. The first radio broadcast happened on WBVP, and Hank's Frozen Custard and Mexican Food was celebrating its 1-year anniversary.
For over 7 decades, summertime has meant taking the hot rod out for a spin, putting the windows down, turning the radio up, and pulling into Hank's for the area's first and still the best Mexican food and authentic old-fashioned custard. Over the years, cars have gotten quieter, radios have gotten louder, and even Hank's has changed. Now offering many varieties of gourmet ice cream and a full menu of sandwiches, burgers, fries, salads, and appetizers, in addition to the Mexican cuisine that made them famous. This summer, celebrate over 70 years of great memories by enjoying the things your car was meant for. Your favorite radio station playing on the tuner, and a Hank's Flurry in the cup holder. Visit Hank's Frozen Custard and Mexican Food on Junction Stretch. For the need-to-know info on Beaver County Entertainment, join Scott Tatey, entertainment editor for the Beaver County Times, and Frank Sparks every Thursday from 11:30 to noon for Notes on Entertainment. Brought to you by Woolly Bullies in New Brighton, Notes on Entertainment is your source for the latest on local talent in the Beaver County area. So join Scott Tatey and Frank Sparks every Thursday from 11:30 to noon as they discuss the next big acts coming to your area on WBVP and WMBA.
I'm Lou Dobbs. China's President Xi with a big surprise for Wall Street. Senators ready to grill Zuckerberg. Wholesale prices up in March. Those stories next.
How much do you spend on your pest control each year? $200, $300, or even $500 or more? What if I said you could spend less than $25 a year, even less with promo code SAVE20? Then listen up. G'day, I'm Scott from Plug-in Pest Free, and yes, it is possible to rid your home or business of unwanted pests for less than $25 per year. The answer is Plug-in Pest Free. Our best seller, the Plug-in Pest Free Pro, will cover up to 4,000 square feet. Now that's fair dinkum. For just a one-time cost of only $249, even less with promo code SAVE20, you'll be pest-free for years to come. Log on to gopestfree.com today, use promo code SAVE20, and start driving those pests away. Don't spray and regret, plug in and forget. Gopestfree.com. That's gopestfree.com, promo code SAVE20.
During the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, Secretary of State Dane Ross famously observed, "We're eyeball to eyeball, and I think the other fellow just blinked." That may well sum up a surprise move by China's President Xi, who bowed to the idea of opening up China to U.S. and Western exports and at the same time protecting intellectual property rights. Xi Jinping bowing to tough America First trade policies of President Trump, obviously prepared to move forward with balanced and reciprocal trade between the countries. Wholesale prices up in March. Food prices up 2.2%, the biggest gain since 2014. The cost of energy, however, fell more than 2%.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg goes before Capitol Hill today. Senators will be demanding answers as to how data access was given by Facebook to third parties. Some are questioning whether the Facebook business model will survive this scandal. Please join me for Lou Dobbs tonight, 7 and 11 Eastern on the Fox Business Network. This is the Lou Dobbs Financial Report.
Turn off your TV, turn on your mind, and turn up your radio. This is Matt Durzik, and you join me and Pat Septak for the latest news, sports, information, and entertainment every morning from 6:30 to 9. We'll also have everyday features from Lou Dobbs and Dr. Amy Feldman, as well as open talk on the two most famous numbers in Beaver County. It's AM Beaver County every morning beginning at 6:30 right here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Sharing a dream, working together, we're on the same team. A family of families, a partner, a friend, working together toward the same end.
There are hand tools, and then there are power tools. But the most important tool that you'll need for your spring project, vacation, or anything you have in mind this year is your checkbook. Especially after it's been stocked with cash you need with a home equity loan from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Whether you're adding on to a dollhouse or your dream house, make sure your tool chest has the equipment to make building easy. A low 3.50% home equity loan from Freedom United Federal Credit Union with approved credit. Just remember, with the right tools and the right guidance, you can do anything. Get both right now where the interest is in you at Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Is it possible to have even more great news to share about the Medicine Stop? It is, especially if you have Highmark or UPMC insurance. I'm David Smatko from the Medicine Stop, and I'm pleased to announce that in 2018, we are a preferred provider for all Highmark and UPMC prescription plans, including all their Medicare Part D drug plans. This means that the Medicine Stop is now your go-to destination to receive the lowest copays, with many drugs costing as low as $0. No longer must you head to chain stores for the best deal on your prescriptions. Now you can come to the locally owned pharmacy where it's always been about you and your health. And if you're a customer who had to leave my store against your choice, then I'm happy to say, welcome back to the same great service and care that you remember. For everybody else, come see what the Medicine Stop difference is about. Welcome back to the Medicine Stop, 1529 7th Avenue in Beaver Falls. At the Medicine Stop, we keep you going.
Listen to this daily lineup on Beaver County Radio. Start your morning with the Hugh Hewitt Show at 6 a.m. Then it's AM Beaver County with Matt Durzik and Pat Septik from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Then it's Teleform with Frank Sparks from 9 to noon. Finish your morning up with Pat Septik and the Noonday Report right here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
History is one of the greatest treasures. There are many reasons that historical coins and jewelry are worth so much money. Young's Jewelry and Coins in Rochester wants you to know that there are several reasons for this. For one thing, they represent a period of time or are maybe even associated with an event or memory. In addition, scarcity plays a big part in determining value, and that over the years there are fewer and fewer of the item around. And lastly, material value. Depending on what the item is made of will have value alone. Gold, platinum, and silver are examples of precious metals that have high value regardless of what form it is in. That's why Young's Jewelry and Coins is always buying your old broken unwanted jewelry coins and collectibles. Even if nobody else wants it anymore, Young's will still give you cash today for the value of what it's made of. It pays to learn your history, especially when it comes to getting historically high prices for your gold, silver, platinum, or certain collectibles from Young's Jewelry and Coins. History teaches us that smart people shop at Young's Jewelry and Coins in Rochester. Visit youngsjewelry.com.
And the time now at 12:57. Let's say a quick hello to Diane Brocious. Good afternoon, Diane.
Hello from Diane Brocious. Hi, Pat.
Hey, I was out for lunch outside, and I'll tell you what, it was starting to warm up a little bit.
Really is. It's still kind of cloudy and overcast, but hey, guess what?
What?
That's the forecast.
Oh.
Yeah. High of 45
Okay.
tonight, low of 32, so just at freezing tonight still. Was your car covered with ice this morning?
It was.
Mine was too.
Yeah, I had to scrape it
even
off.
at like 9 o'clock.
Yep.
And on Wednesday, it's going to be a high of 53. Right now, it's 42, but wait.
What?
this weekend. 70s!
Yay!
70s!
It's about time, Diane.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay. Give us a quick entertainment report here.
Okay, you want to get a peek at the new Star Wars movie, Pat?
I'd love to.
You can check out the latest trailer for Solo, a Star Wars story that features a young Han Solo and a 190-year-old Chewbacca. And Woody Harrelson is also in the clip playing a criminal who helps to school Solo in the ways of law-breaking. It's set for May 25th, and I heard somewhere else that there's going to be a girl Chewbacca.
Oh, really?
What are they called? What's their breed? Whatever, I forget.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wookiee.
That's it. That's
a woman Wookiee.
Yeah, we could use a woman Wookiee.
I guess somebody could. Chewbacca could. Do you have time for anything else?
Yeah, give me a quickie.
Oh, this is interesting. Metallica wrote "Ride the Lightning" and "Master of Puppets" albums in a garage. But the garage is gone. But he found out that singer James Hetfield said he had some of the wood left over from it, so he had a guitar built from the wood from their old garage, and he uses that guitar on tour. He named it Carl because the garage was on Carlson Boulevard.
Oh, my.
Isn't that sweet?
It is. Diane, we got to run. Thank you. We'll be listening for you on the Yankee Trader Show.
Stay tuned.
It all started 70 years ago as WBVP went on the air as Beaver County's first radio station. The newscasts were graced with the voice of Tom Stein during the 1980s.
Good afternoon. It's 5 minutes after 5. I'm Tom Stein. 6 Beaver County communities are now under water conservation alerts. Baden, Chippewa Township, Big Beaver, and South Beaver Township have been added to Harmony Township and Economy on the list of communities where residents need to conserve water. In addition, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority says people in Chippewa Township, Big Beaver, and South Beaver may be experiencing some dirty water problems and low water pressure.
Every Thursday, enjoy another 70th anniversary moment aired on WBVP, WMBA, and published on the station's online feeds. The 70th anniversary moment series is presented in part by Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Rochester Manor and Villa, Beaver Valley Sheet Metal, Hank's Frozen Custard and Mexican Food, the Outlook Giant Eagle, the Community College of Beaver County, and the radio stations that changed the course of history 7 decades ago. 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Beaver County stations for news, sports, information, and entertainment. 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA Ambridge.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg is on Capitol Hill today, where he'll be testifying about privacy breaches at his social media powerhouse. Here's correspondent Linda Kenyon.
Facebook is under fire for the worst privacy crisis in its history after it was revealed that Cambridge Analytica, a Trump-affiliated data mining firm, used personal information from 87 million Facebook users to try to influence the presidential election. In testimony before a Senate committee, Mark Zuckerberg is expected to address the ongoing data privacy scandal and how it failed to guard against other abuses. Zuckerberg says the company has a responsibility to make sure what happened doesn't happen again. He also said Facebook should have done more to prevent and respond to both the privacy scandal as well as the Russian hacking efforts. Linda Kenyon, Washington.
Those hearings get underway at 2:15 Eastern Time today. Another White House official is departing the West Wing. President Trump's Homeland Security Advisor Tom Bossert leaving his post. In a White House statement, Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said the president is, quote, grateful for Tom's commitment to the safety and security of our country. Bossert handled terror and cyber threats and also helped spearhead the administration's response to last year's hurricanes. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average doing well. It's up by 371 points at this hour. The NASDAQ up by 95. Arizona's 3 state universities and its largest community college say they'll raise tuition immediately for young immigrants granted deferred deportation status in the wake of a court ruling.
The Arizona Supreme Court ruled that young immigrants in the program started by former President Barack Obama are not eligible for lower in-state college tuition. The unanimous ruling will affect at least 2,000 students attending the state's largest community college district and hundreds more at other colleges, as well as the state's 3 public universities. The Maricopa County Community Colleges District and state universities said they would raise tuition for the coming school year.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated, price-competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For a free quote, call 800-523-3771. That's 800-523-3771. 800-523-3771. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
There's a new push by some of the science community to more objectively define Alzheimer's disease.
Currently, Alzheimer's disease is defined by memory loss and other symptoms of dementia, not objective criteria such as brain changes and other biological signs. But some scientists say it's time to change that and move to a model of using brain scans to pick patients for studies and enroll them before too much brain damage has occurred. It's all very much in the wish list category, partly because currently there's no approved brain scan to detect Alzheimer's. About 50 million people worldwide have dementia, with Alzheimer's the most common form.
That's correspondent Mike Grazia. Apple's co-founder is shutting down his Facebook page. A move by Steve Wozniak is just one more slap at Facebook as the social media giant struggles with its worst privacy crisis in its history. Wozniak declared Facebook makes lots of advertising money from personal details provided by its users. More details on all these stories at townhall.com. A Swiss reinsurance company says insured losses worldwide from disasters hit a record last year.
An annual study released by the company says total losses from natural and man-made disasters hit $337 billion in 2017, twice as high as the year before and second only to 2011. Much of the economic damage was caused by Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria that struck the Caribbean and the United States last year. Wildfires also caused significant economic damage. Rich Thomason reporting.
The Rhode Island Attorney General and Governor say they've reached a compromise to ban revenge porn. The General Assembly passed a law in 2016 to criminalize posting nude pictures online without the consent of the person in the photo. The Democratic governor vetoed that bill, saying at the time it was too broad and could have unintentionally forbidden publishing some news photos as well. More details at townhall.com.
Welcome to Yankee Trader, a forum for buying, selling, and trading personal items only. No wigs, firearms, mattresses, or medical items, no pets or livestock for sale, no homes or apartments for sale or rent, no services for hire or rent, no copyrighted computer software, and no crafts for sale, please. There's a $3,000 limit for combined items. No commercial businesses or political announcements are allowed. The phone numbers are open now. Call us at 724-843-1888 or 724-843-1888. Now, get ready to buy, sell, trade, or give it away on the Yankee Trader on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's time for Yankee Trader. Heard every day here on WBVP and WMBA, and I'm Diane Brocious, your host. So happy to be with you today. It's above freezing. Yippee! It's about 42 degrees right now in Beaver County. And this weekend it's going to be in the 70s, so that'll be perfect weather for getting out, checking out. Oh my goodness, our shed is full of stuff. So we need to go through that too, just like you do too. And see what you might have that you want to sell, or maybe something that you have that broke and you want to buy it, something and replace it. Why not get a great bargain on Yankee Trader? Speaking of bargains, today is Bargain Shop. And since the Pirates are starting a little bit early, They're going to be starting at $155, so we're going to not let that thwart our bargain shop, so we're going to start at $140. So be ready to start bidding at $140. Now, the phone number to participate in Yankee Trader or Bargain Shop, 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888. Now, the thing that makes this show so great is our callers with all the interesting things that they list that they are interested in buying, selling, or trading. And guess what? I have a phone call right now. Hello, you're on Yankee Trader.
Hi, Diane.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, I'm going to make it brief. I still have the pet stroller and car seat for sale.
Okay, now I have
call,
that.
Leave a message and your number.
I have that on Friday, on Friday's listings. So
okay, and I also have a white porcelain farm sink I'm selling for $50.
Let me add that. A white porcelain
farm sink.
Oh, those are so popular now too.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
is this a used one?
Well, it is. It's been in our house probably since the 40s.
Okay,
It's in
so
a
this
really
one
good
is
state.
from the 40s.
Yeah.
They're super popular right now. And how much
Yeah,
are you
that's what I
asking
hear.
for that?
$50.
Okay. Is it one big sink? That's what farm sinks are like, right?
Yeah, it's a sink. The sink part itself, and then off to the right of it, it has like, I don't know what you would call that, an extension. The counter, the drain board. What?
Okay. That sounds terrific, $50. So I'm going to add that to your listing.
Okay.
And we're just going to take that off of Friday and put it on today. Is that all right with you?
That's fine.
So you are now what is today? Tuesday caller.
Right.
Okay. I'm
and
glad
the
you
phone number. The phone number is 724-266-3019.
And be sure and leave a message with your phone number if she's not there when you call.
Correct.
Okay, fantastic. I'm so glad you called. Bye
Okay,
now.
thanks. Bye.
Okay. Simple as that. Hold on. Before I take another call, let me get that on today. Perfect. There we go. Hi, you're on Yankee Trader.
Hi. I'm looking for a log splitter, a gasoline one. And that's all. I'll give you my phone number. I'm calling from Economy Borough.
Okay, now, wait, don't get ahead of me.
Okay.
And you're calling from Economy Borough.
Right.
Okay, let me get that. And what is your phone number?
724-622-8536.
724-622-8536. Now,
That's good.
Now, don't hang up yet because I know that we have a log splitter on listed. So let me give you that information.
Okay.
Now it's a big log splitter, so you may not be interested. It's a mobile. It's a mobile log splitter that's on a trailer. I mean, it will split logs that are like up to 4 feet wide.
Wow, okay.
But they are asking $900 for it.
Okay.
But let me give you the phone number.
Okay.
724-987.
What is it?
987.
987.
3762.
Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Bye now.
Okay, bye.
Now see, that's what I get to do. I don't have to handle money. I don't have to haul log splitters, but I can get you connected. So that's what we do here at Yankee Trader. Thank you for calling, folks. Now, today is Tuesday, which means it's Bargain Shop Day. Don't forget, at 20 minutes till, we're going to start doing Bargain Shop, and we will be stopping at 152 instead of 157, because we still got to get our Pennsylvania lottery in. Okay, this is going to be a phone call day. Hello, you're on Yankee Trader.
Hello.
Hi.
I'd like to renew my ad, 7485, everything the same.
Okay, and you had it listed last Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me find ya.
This is Dirty Joe.
You are not Dirty Joe. You're Naughty Joe.
I'm nasty.
No, you're naughty. That's all.
Oh, naughty and nice.
Yeah, naughty and nice. We love you, Joe. So I'm going to take that ad off of last week, and I'm going to put that on today. And I am going to read that for everybody, okay?
Okay.
All right, dear. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Bye. Now. Okay, when I read his ad, you'll know what we were talking about. Joe from Baden has a Keystone camera, 35 millimeter. For you camera collectors. He even has film for it. It's still in the box, $30. And he's got a 4-piece leather suitcase, 4 pieces, dark brown for him and her, with wheels and straps for pulling. $35, folks, for all 4 leather suitcases. Now, here's why I call him Naughty Joe, because he has 40 Playboy magazines. And they're from 1964 to 1994. 30 years of gorgeousness and excellent articles. $80. And he also has a man's leather coat, size large, 3/4 length with a zip-out liner. It's brown, $20. And here's his phone number, 724-302-7485. Bless your heart, Joe. Okay, so that's on today. And let me read the rest of our callers' listings from Fair Oaks, our first caller. She has a pet stroller, like a dog stroller. It can be zip closed, has netting for, they can breathe and see. She paid $85 for it and used it once for like 2 hours. That was it. $45 for it. And she's got a pet or dog car seat, $20, and then she added that white porcelain farm sink from the 40s, $50. Her phone number is 724-266-3019. Hello there, you're on Yankee Trader.
Hello, I'd like to renew my ad,
and it
2127.
Let me find you. 2127. There you go. Okay, let me take all of that. Is anything changing on it?
No.
Okay. I took that off of last Tuesday, and now you are... Hold on, I have to get to the end of it. We've had a lot of calls already today. And now you're on this Tuesday, and I will read that ad as soon as we hang up. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, my dear. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
She's also from Baden and has a bag of women's tops. Over 30 of them. They're short sleeve, tank tops, even a few long sleeve. They're all different styles and colors. Size 3X. $10 for the whole bag, folks. Or $1 each if you want to go through them. Either way. And she's got an Emerson 900-watt microwave oven. It's black with silver trim. Even has the instruction manual with it. You might think, big deal. Well, it is a big deal. Have you ever tried to operate somebody else's microwave? Yikes! $30 for that. She also has 20 country western 33 1/3 records. Vinyl is in again. $50 for all of those. And she's got 3 women's coats, size 12. Burgundy tweed wool one, $10. Full-length black wool one that includes a scarf, $15, and a short black fur one for $20. Here's her phone number, 724-622-2127. So we have lots and lots of stuff on today already. Most of those are renewals. And even the guy who called who's looking to buy a log splitter, I was able to give him a phone number. Because we have one listed. Go figure.
.1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Is it possible to have even more great news to share about the Medicine Stop? It is, especially if you have Highmark or UPMC insurance. I'm David Smatko from the Medicine Stop, and I'm pleased to announce that in 2018, we are a preferred provider for all Highmark and UPMC prescription plans, including all their Medicare Part D drug plans. This means that the Medicine Stop is now your go-to destination to receive the lowest copays, with many drugs costing as low as $0. No longer must you head to chain stores for the best deal on your prescriptions. Now you can come to the locally owned pharmacy where it's always been about you and your health. And if you're a customer who had to leave my store against your choice, then I'm happy to say, welcome back to the same great service and care that you remember. For everybody else, come see what the Medicine Stop difference is about. Welcome back to the Medicine Stop, 1529 7th Avenue in Beaver Falls. At the Medicine Stop, we keep you going.
Tune in for Frontiers in Learning this and every Saturday at noon, presented by Lincoln Learning Solutions. Join host Chris Shovlin for a detailed look at the current state of education and opportunities right here in Beaver County. Don't miss Frontiers in Learning, the weekly half-hour radio show where you might just learn something. Saturdays at noon right here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
If you want to know what's going on in Beaver County day or night, check us out at beavercountyradio.com and on Facebook at WBVP-WMBA. WBVP
Yankee Trader is brought to you by Freedom United Federal Credit Union. You do not have to sell your belongings. You can borrow the money you need at 2.49%. That's Freedom United Federal Credit Union, freedomunitedfcu.com. We've got all the sports here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. Now, you know, yesterday's Pirates game was canceled because of snow. Can you believe it? But they're going to play today, and it's going to kick off on the air at 1:55. So we have a short Yankee Trader, and Bargain Shop is going to be moved back 5 minutes. The game starts at 2:20. They're playing the Chicago Cubs today. Tomorrow, the Philadelphia Flyers are playing the Pens in Game 1 of the playoffs, 6:30 airtime, puck drop at 7. Then the Pirates are playing the Cubs again on Thursday at 1:55. So again, we'll have a little shorter, just a teeny shorter Yankee Trader. Friday, the Philadelphia Flyers and Pens are playing Game 2, 6:30 is airtime and puck drop at 7. And, of course, when it comes to sports, you can't beat Saturday Sports Slam from 8 to 10 with Matt Durzik and Greg Benedetti talking sports, sports, sports. And that evening, the Pittsburgh Pirates are playing the Miami Marlins. I had to look that up. 6:45 is when we're going to start broadcasting, and 7:10 is when that game begins. And on Sunday, Game 3 of the Pens playing the Flyers. 2:30 on Sunday. 3 o'clock is when that game starts. Let me see if there's anything else left on Tuesday. I mean, sometimes things have to be on Yankee Trader for a while before they sell, especially if they're something unusual or a very narrow window of people. We have all different kinds of listeners. I met a listener this morning, Kathy. She signed up to volunteer at Brighton Rehab and Wellness. Thank you so much. So I did orientation with her, and she was just so great. Now, listen, she made my day, but in a way that was very unusual. Anyhow, I asked her, well, you know, do I look like you thought I would look or something? I always thought that people would think I'm younger than I am. She said, oh, gosh, you're younger than I thought you were. So thank you very much, Kathy. All right, let's go to Tuesday, April 3rd. Ed from Conway, he mailed in some requests. He has a taxi pinball machine made by Williams. It's 30 years old and runs very well. It's in real good shape. What a thing to have in your man cave or your game room. He's asking $1,500 for that piece of history. He has 2 truck ramps, never used, $20 each. And here we are, talk about baseball. Did you know, it must be the umpires or something. See, if you didn't write it down, I don't know for sure. But they're baseball shoes for either being at the plate or baseball shoes if you're at the bases. So I'm thinking they might be for the umpire. They're size 15, so we got to have some big boys looking for these. The plate shoes are $25 and the base shoes are $20. Here's his phone number if you have any questions for him. 724-869-5217. Let me repeat that. 724-869-5217. And then I also got in the mail something from Monaca. He's got a transport chair that folds and includes footrests. It's in great condition. $50. That's like a wheelchair, but it's not designed for everyday use. It's a transport chair. He's got a Rochester Mirage yearbook, 1966, in great condition, asking $15. And a Blackhawk yearbook from 2002. In great condition, $15. And a number 24 pedal car with a Pepsi theme on it. You might want to look that up online maybe for kids. It's got a fiberglass body. He's asking $50. What a cool addition to your Pepsi paraphernalia collection. Here's his phone number, 724-359-7505. That's 724-359-7505. A caller from Bridgewater has 2 Raggedy Ann dolls. They're old dolls, $20. She's got Barbie dolls, at least a dozen, plus other dolls, and 2 Barbie doll carriers with clothes, $50. And she's got a double bedspread. It's white with butterflies in nice condition, asking $15 or best offer. 724-774-2566. I'm reading from Tuesday, April 3rd's listings because this is the last time I'll read them unless you renew them. Ruth from Hopewell, it has a Waterford crystal server. It has a crystal handle and a silver server. It's never been used. It's still in the box. Perfect for showers and weddings coming up, $50. And she's got an office credenza that's 5 feet long by 18 inches wide with a beige Formica top, and the rest is metal. And it's got lots of storage, 3 drawers on each side, sliding door with shelves in the middle, asking $50. And she's got a Sienna fireplace insert. This is designed to help supplement your heat or keep you from losing heat. It's a model 4200, and it will fit in fireplaces up to 44 inches wide and 34 inches high. It can be adjusted. This is in excellent condition, asking $250. Now, maybe you didn't catch all those details, but you're interested. Go to our website, beavercountyradio.com. Go to programming, and click on Yankee Trader. And ta-da, there it'll be, all the same details I just read. Also on Facebook. The same thing appears on Facebook every day, that day's listings. She's got a paneled shower surround. It's 48-inch base. It's used, but in very good shape, asking $50. And her phone number is 724-378-7726. That's it for last Tuesday. So call and renew if you heard your ad listed there. And if not, well, if you need to see it, just go on our website or Facebook page. Okay, I'm back. I'm Ty Ambrosius, host for Yankee Trader. Just finished reading last Tuesday's listings, and also a lot of last Tuesday's listings were renewed today. Let's take a phone call. Hello, you're on Yankee Trader.
Yes, hi, Diane. I'm too late. You just read my ad.
Is this Ruth?
Yes, this is Ruth.
Did you want to renew it?
Yes, I do, but I want to change one thing on there.
You go ahead.
Okay, I want to put on, it's a grandfather clock. It's a Howard Miller clock, and I'm asking $1,100 for it. It's a solid oak. It's in very good condition.
And it works?
No, it don't work. It needs a little bit of help, which I don't think is very expensive at all.
And how much are you asking for that?
$1,100.
Okay, now let me see how many things you had listed already. Is there something we're taking off?
Yes, I want to take off the office credenza.
Okay.
And I have someone interested in the fireplace.
Okay, do you want me to take it off or leave it on?
No, leave it on.
Okay, now let me see. Let's make sure. We have to make sure that's 1150, 11, 12, 13, 1400, 1450. Okay, we're not over 3,000. I just had to check that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm going to take all of that off of today and add that grandfather clock. And you could still call her about the credenza. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And,
okay.
And it's still on our website and Facebook page from last Tuesday.
Oh, well, that sounds good, too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So there you go. I'm glad you called, Ruth.
Okay, thanks so much, Diane.
My pleasure. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Okay. Boy, time is flying by. Oh, my goodness. But I got to get this on here before I lose it.
Bags of styrofoam peanuts, old lawnmowers, a drive shaft to a Ford 150. These are just some of the things you can find out more about and maybe even buy right here on the Yankee Trader on WBVP and WMBA.
It all started 70 years ago as WBVP went on the air as Beaver County's first radio station.
McKeel, here comes the halfback option pass, throwing deep for McKeel, has it at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. What did we just say about Steve McKeel? Picks up 9, then the option pass to McKeel for the touchdown. 20 seconds left, everybody on the feet, throw line set. Hummel, running backwards, throwing quickly, looking for the flag, has a man! Touchdown Beaver! Touchdown Beaver! John Lehman running the flag pattern to the flag.
Every Thursday, enjoy another 70th anniversary moment aired on WBVP, WMBA, and published on the station's online feeds. The 70th anniversary moment series is presented in part by Laughlin Insurance Agency, Albert's Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, the Medicine Stop Pharmacy, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Young's Jewelry and Coins, Abbey Carpet and Floor, Kitchen City, and the radio stations that changed the course of history 7 decades ago. 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. For the need-to-know info on Beaver County entertainment, join Scott Tatey, entertainment editor for the Beaver County Times, and Frank Sparks every Thursday from 11:30 to noon for Notes on Entertainment. Brought to you by Woolly Bullies in New Brighton, Notes on Entertainment is your source for the latest on local talent in the Beaver County area. So join Scott Tatey and Frank Sparks every Thursday from 11:30 to noon as they discuss the next big acts coming to your area on WBVP and WMBA. No opinions, no interruptions, just news and facts for an hour straight. It's Pat Septak with the Noonday Report every day from noon till 1 on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
It's 1:32 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. I'm Diane Brocious. Welcome back to Yankee Trader, Beaver County's longest-running live buy-sell trade show. We're trying to rush through some things. There's no way I'm going to get everything read today. I apologize, but, you know, that's the way it goes because the Pirates are coming on at 1:55. That means Bargain Shop is going to start in about 8 minutes. We're going to start at 1:40 and go till 1:52 with Bargain Shop. And let me tell you some of the things that we have on Bargain Shop today so you can get ready. Now get these phone numbers written down. They should be in your phone on speed dial. We want lots more people calling on these items too to make it fun. And we do want to ask you, let's bid incrementally. Because it takes all the fun out of it for people. I mean, that's the point. If you want to just pay full retail for something, just call the restaurant or the store, and they'll send you a gift card. Okay, we have Woolly Bullies. Lots of entertainment, great food, $25 gift card. They're in New Brighton. Bidding's going to start at $13. Applebee's, oh, we love Applebee's. $25 gift certificate to Applebee's. Bidding will start at $13. Fun for All Family Fun Park, a $20 gift card. That's in Cranberry Township, and they're open every day with indoor activities, so the weather doesn't matter. They have all kinds of stuff, and the bidding's going to start at $10. Oh, and this one makes me so hungry because in my mind I could smell Cineroast. And they're located right on the main drag, 3rd Avenue in New Brighton. It's a $25 gift certificate to Cineroast. Bidding begins at $13. And that's all going to start in just 6 minutes with Bargain Shop. In the meantime, I think I got a couple of things read yesterday from last Friday. So let me just start where I think I got to yesterday. And I'll read some more listings from last Friday. Then we'll have to take one more quick break. And then it'll be time for Bargain Shop. So George from Ambridge has a fiberglass cap for a Ford Ranger pickup in excellent condition. It's white in color, a $100 or best offer. And he's got a couple of tires that are in good condition. Here's their size, 205, 75, 15. Now, they are currently on Chrysler Voyager rims. Those are 15-inch rims. They're all ready to go. But if you just want the tires, he'll take them off of the rims for you if you want. $40 or best offer. He also has a small fire pit in nice shape, $10. Here's his phone number, 724-417-0851. Let's take a quick call. Hello, you're
Hello,
a Yankee
I'm
Trader.
Joe from Clongo, Maple. I think you did a good job, Diane.
Oh, thank you, Joe. And you know what? I hope you call again, but I'm really in a hurry today because of the Pirates game.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, sweetheart. Oh, bless his heart. I was kind of wondering he hadn't called for a while till yesterday, yesterday. Anyhow, Vince from Baden has listen to this, a 1970 official Pirate Pittsburgh scorebook. It's loaded with pictures like Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, Bill Mazeroski, Doc Ellis. This was the last year that the Pirates were at Forbes Field. It is in close to perfect condition. He's only asking $50 for that. Here's his phone number, 724-462-8855. Thank you for listing that, Vince, because that'll be a real blessing to somebody who might want that. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, I've got just a couple of minutes. 1, 2.5. I'm going to read a couple of things from Thursday, April 5th. A caller from Ambridge has some side rails for an 8-foot pickup truck. They're brand new, $30. And an Oak Entertainment Center. It's 62 inches high, 38 inches wide, 21 inches deep, $25. and a butcher block table. It's like a kitchen island table in real good shape. It's 31 and a half by 23 and a half, and it's 23 inches high. $20. If you can't catch all those numbers as I'm reading them, I know that's a lot. Just go on our website, beavercountyradio.com. Click on Programming, Yankee Trader, and then go to, this is last Thursday, April 5th. And 3 aluminum porch chairs with cushions in good shape, $10 for all 3. 724-266-0590 is the phone number. Let me repeat that, 724-266-0590.
Hi, this is Dawn Savage. Just as I serenade the crowds around Beaver County during the evening, these two serenade Beaver County every weekday morning. It's Matt Durzik and Pat Septek on AM Beaver County every morning from 6:30 to 9 on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Mythical creatures and tall tales all come to life on stage at Lincoln Park Performing Arts Center when Big Fish the Musical premieres this April. Larger-than-life characters, gorgeous music, dynamic dance numbers, and an incredible set are sure to make this show a family favorite. Big Fish live on stage, April 20th through 22nd, 27th through 29th, and May 4th through 6th. Get your tickets now by calling the Lincoln Park box office at 724-576-4644 or visiting www.lincolnparkarts.org.
You don't have to have had an accident, suffered a sports injury, or undergone surgery to take advantage of the benefits of physical therapy from Dale Reckless at MRS Physical Therapy. At a recent live broadcast at MRS Physical Therapy in Bridgewater, Dale Reckless talked about treatment for the common foot pain condition, plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis is a pretty common thing, and I tell my patients, don't wait to come and get some treatment for it. The longer you wait, the more chronic it becomes. We'll still fix it, but it'll just take longer. If you come to see me when you're first getting the symptoms, then I can take care of it a lot quicker. What I do with plantar fasciitis is we give some stretches to do. I do a lot of hands-on exercise. Then I also do an evaluation of how they walk and how they stand. They need the hands-on work that I do to help cure the plantar fasciitis.
If you need physical therapy for any reason, choose the place that your friends and neighbors do. MRS Physical Therapy in Bridgewater and Cranberry Physical Therapy in Cranberry. Visit mrsphysicaltherapy.com.
At West Banco, you'll find a full-service financial institution offering almost every financial option you'll ever need. Because West Banco is a community-based bank, you're sure to get the personalized service and attention you deserve from people who live and work right in your neighborhood. Bottom line, West Banco combines top-tier products with superior customer service from people you can trust. Visit any of our 38 local banking centers or visit us at www.westbanco.com to see how West Banco can help you achieve your financial goals. West Banco, Inc. is a member of FDIC.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Diane Brocious, and you have been listening to Yankee Trader, but guess what? Here, let's see if you can hear that. Yankee Trader is over and Bargain Shop begins. Now, here's the rules for Bargain Shop. I have 4 items from local retailers, and their values, I will let you know their values and the opening bid. Now, all you do is call 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888. Let me know what item you're bidding on and how much. Then I'll need the last 4 digits of your phone number. You might want to jot that down because sometimes you have to go through the whole thing in your brain before you can come up with those last 4 digits. And then your first name or whatever name you want to use. And at the end, at 1:52, we'll shut down. I will announce who the winners are. And then you just call the station a little later this afternoon to confirm your bid, and then come on in to the station. We're right on the main drag in Beaver Falls, across from the WIC office. You know, the Angelus Apartments are across the street. So just come on in and pay for your item and pick it up. So here are the items listed today on Bargain Shop. We have Woolly Bullies. It's a $25 gift card, and the bidding starts at $13. We have Applebee's. It's a $25 gift certificate to Applebee's. Bidding begins at $13. Fun for All Family Fun Park. That's in Cranberry Township. They're open every day with indoor activities. It's a $20 gift card. Bidding starts at 10. Cinna Roast. Oh, I can smell it now. Right on 3rd Avenue in New Brighton. It's a $25 gift certificate. Bidding starts at $13. And let's go to the phones. Hello, it's Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Confucius said to put a sawbuck on Fun for All.
$10 on Fun for All.
You're old enough to know what a sawbuck is.
I am. You know, most of my life I've worked with men, so I know that men's lingo, but I can't talk about, nail polish or any of that stuff.
Or what town the team's in.
Yeah, well, the men talked about that among themselves. All right.
2560.
What are those last 4 digits?
2560.
Okay, did you want to bid on anything else?
Not for now.
All right, dear. Thanks for calling. Bye. He thought he was going to get me with that sawbuck. Maybe somebody, we can't start at $5. What was that called? A fin? I think. Oh, well, I should have asked him why I had him on the phone. Yeah, a sawbuck. I haven't heard that in 35 years. Okay, folks, the phone lines are open. It's 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888. Go ahead and give it a try. If you've never called before, you could be the winner today. Sometimes they go way up and sometimes they stay small. Whatever. But we do want you to bid on it because these are great deals, and it's so much fun to call, and I love hearing from you. So we've got Woolly Bullies. It's a $25 gift card. $13 is the opening bid. Applebee's, $25 opening bid, $13. Fun for All has an opening bid of $10, and Cinna Roast is a $25. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Hi, I'd like to bid on the Fun for All. I'd like to bid $11.
Okay. And what's the last 4 digits of your phone number?
1128.
And your first name?
Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Did you want to bid on anything else?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, well, you stay tuned and we'll see where that goes.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye, Kim. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Applebee.
Applebee's. Do you want to do the opening bid?
Yes, please.
All righty, that's $13. What's the last 4 digits of your phone number?
4505.
And
Dave.
This is?
Dave.
Hi, Dave. What else are you bidding on?
That's it.
Okay. Well, you know
Thank
how
you.
it works. You stay tuned and we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
All right,
thanks a lot.
bye-bye. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on today?
Confucius said to tell you a fin is a $5 bill and a double sawbuck is a $20 bill, and he wants to bid 14 on Fun for All.
Okay, thanks, Confucius.
Yeah, you got the number.
All right, dear. Okay,
Bye.
bye now. Okay, so we're still waiting for an opening bid on Woolly Bullies. I mean, you can go in there. They have entertainment. They have good food. And Cinna Roast. Oh, my goodness. What a treat that stuff is. And they're right here in New Brighton, right up the street. So we're waiting on opening bids for Woolly Bullies. It's a $25 gift certificate for $13 opening bid. Cinna Roast, same thing. $25, opening bid of $13. Hi, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Cinna Roast?
Okay. You want to do the opening $13 bid?
Yes.
Okay, and last 4 digits?
4528.
Is this K?
Yes.
All righty. Anything else?
Woolly Bully.
Okay, we'll go with that opening bid too. K with 4528.
And Applebee's.
And that'll make that 14.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Now, I know you hear some names that you hear all the time, but look, it's whoever calls in last before the bell rings at 1:52 today. So some of these might just stay the same. But right now, Woolly Bullies is at 13. Applebee's is at 14. Fun for All is at 14. And Cinna Roast is at 13. Hi, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Hello.
Hello, you're on Bargain Shop.
I'd like to bid on Woolies Bullies.
Okay, right now it's at 13.
All right, I'll do 14.
And what's the last 4 digits of your phone number?
2341.
And your first name?
Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Hi.
How's Tarzan?
Good.
And what else? Is there anything else, Jane?
That's it.
Okay, you stay tuned and we'll see where that one goes.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Bye. All right, now some of these names seem new to me, so that's kind of cool. I've been here just over a year now. Can you believe it? We've been together for a year. Me and the Yankee Trader peeps. Okay, right now, Woolly Bullies is at 14. Applebee's is coming in neck and neck at 14. Wait a second, Fun for All. We got a 3-way. $14 for Fun for All. And Cinnarose sits at $13 with K. All right, folks, the phone lines are open again. Here's the number, 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888. It's about 1:48, so we have 4 minutes to go. Hi, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Cinnarose.
Okay, what do you want to make that? It's 13 right now.
Okay, just keep it as it is, Diane, then.
Okie doke, very good. Bye-bye. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Applebee's.
Applebee's is now at 14.
Yep, 15.
And did you want to bid on anything else?
Nope, that's it, Dave.
This is Dave, 4505. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Bye. You are on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
What do you got on Fun for All?
Fun for All is now at 14.
15.
15.
Applebee's?
Is now at 15.
One more dollar.
All right. And the last 4 digits?
0919.
And your first name?
Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hello.
I'm so glad you called.
Well, thank you.
All right, you stay tuned. We have 3 minutes left.
Okay.
All right,
thank
dear.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Hi, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Woolly Bully.
Woolly Bullies. What do you want to make it? It's at 14 right now.
15.
All righty.
And Applebee's.
It's now at 16.
17.
17. And this is?
K.
All right, Kay. We gotcha.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye now. Okay, hold on. I have to finish writing this before I forget. 4528K. Okay. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Hi, I'd like to bid on Woolies Bullies, please.
Okay, there right now we're at 15.
All right, 16.
Anything else?
That's it.
And this is Jane. Okay, Jane. 2341 Jane. All right, dear. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Sweet 16 on Fun for All.
Okay. We gotcha.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Okay. Hold on. This I do by hand, which means it's just as slow as my typing. And you are on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
One more on Applebee's.
Okay, well, that's going to make it 18.
18, Dave, 4505.
All right, Dave. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Woolly Bully.
Woolly Bully. It's at 16 right now.
17.
All right.
And Applebee.
Applebee's is now at 18.
19.
And this is Kay?
Correct.
All right, dear.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now. Okay, folks, we still have just 1 minute left. So now's your chance to get in here and get one more bid on things. Hold on. Let me just finish writing that stuff with handwriting that I can read. Hello, you're on Bargain Shop.
Hi, 20 on Applebee's.
20 on Applebee's. And this is?
Dave, 4505.
4505. Okay, my friend. Anything else?
Nope,
Okay.
that's it.
Bye-bye. Okay, I just have 30 seconds left. Hello, you are on Bargain Shop. What are you bidding on?
Applebee's 21.
And this is?
9100 Rick.
Okay, Rick, thank you so much for calling. Bye now. And here's my bell because we have hit the end. Okay. Wow, we had a lot of calls today, which is fantastic. So here's how we ended up. Kay has Woolly Bullies, $17. Rick has Applebee's at $21. Charlie has Fun for All at $16. And Kay has Cineroast at $13. So all you need to do is call the station in about 20 minutes or half an hour, confirm your bid, and then stop in and pick up your winnings. Thank you, everybody, for participating in Bargain Shop.
Savage. Just as I serenade the crowds around.
The Pennsylvania Lottery.
Woo! Okay, it's time for the Pennsylvania Lottery, folks. The pick 2. Are you ready? Is 70. Pick 3, 089. Pick 4, 0466. Pick 5, 44840. And Treasure Hunt. 5, 10, 13, 15, 24. And that's your Pennsylvania Lottery for Tuesday, April 10th, 2018. Okay, you've been listening to Yankee Trader and Bargain Shop. I'm Diane Brocious, your host, Monday through Friday from 1:05 till 2 o'clock. However, today the Pirates are going to kick in at 1:55, so I hope you enjoy the game. And whether they win or lose, remember, there's always something to be thankful for.
Beaver County stations for news, sports, information, and entertainment. 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA Ambridge.
Story coming out of Hungary, the election of Viktor Orban, and it was they knew he'd win, but they didn't expect him to win by as much as he did. He's on the right; he's a right winger, so of course he's depicted as a bigot, as a xenophobe, as a hater, as an Islamophobe especially, and it was a landslide. It was an absolute landslide. With 80% of the vote counted, Orban's governing party won 49% of the popular vote and 134 seats in the 199-seat parliament. It had almost a clean sweep of the single-member constituencies outside of Budapest. Seems likely to obtain a two-thirds parliamentary majority again, and it can amend the Constitution as a result. This is as clear, this is from the National Review, this is as clear an endorsement as any government has received from an electorate. And it was given in the teeth of disapproval from the dominant political and cultural elites in Europe. That's significant. It can no longer be plausibly argued that Orban is pushing through his revolution either by stealth or undemocratically. Voters know exactly what Orban and his opponents stand for, and they plumped strongly for him. All right. Well, there are a lot of trends happening in the world today, and you don't know exactly what is going to happen. But there are percentages of societies, more in East Europe than in West Europe, that understand the damage the left is doing. In Europe, there's almost no such constituency. In Western Europe, it's dead. Western Europe died after World War I, and 100 years later, the tomb is well populated. The only thing growing in Europe is Islam, and they don't seem to be bothered by it. I'm going to report to you tomorrow about one great American who's been dropped from the boards of the Mayo Clinic and other terrific places because an organization that he gave $25,000 to made some videos showing what would happen if Islam took over France or if Islam took over Germany. There's no hate in it. It's completely accurate. That's what would happen. But you can't even say any of that. All right, everybody. I'm Dennis Prager, Alan, Brian, Wayne, Brian, two Brians, and John. I am sorry I didn't get to you. We have the Ultimate Issues Hour coming up on the Dennis Prager Show.
If credit card debt has you down.
Flooded vehicles from recent hurricanes will soon be flooding the used car market, so it's buyer beware. Flooded vehicles are supposed to be dismantled for usable parts or crushed for scrap and a flood title issued to that damaged car. But some unscrupulous dealers will buy a flooded vehicle, clean it up, and get it retitled with no indication it was flooded. Or uninsured cars will be cleaned up by the owner and sold online, also with no warning to the buyer. If the price seems too good to be true, there's a good chance you're buying a lemon. Make sure to check for flood damage and have a qualified mechanic inspect it before you write a check. The free VIN check service from the National Insurance Crime Bureau is a good place to start to see if a car has been in a flood. Go to www.nicb.org to check it out. And if you suspect fraud, give us a call at 1-800-TEL-NICB. That's 1-800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Beaver County Radio, your source for everything Beaver County since 1948 at 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA Ambridge.
I'm Linda Kenyon on Capitol Hill, where Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg is about to testify before a joint Senate committee on the company's data privacy scandal. Zuckerberg visited a number of senators yesterday in advance of today's hearing to gear up for what is expected to be a marathon hearing on the controversy surrounding Cambridge Analytica, a data firm with ties to Donald Trump during the presidential campaign. Zuckerberg says the company improperly harvested private data from as many as 87 million users. This is the worst privacy crisis in Facebook's history, and lawmakers want to know what Zuckerberg plans to do about it. So far, he has been apologizing for not doing better on privacy, both in the case of Cambridge Analytica and in the case of Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential campaign. Mark Zuckerberg testifies before a House committee tomorrow. I'm Linda Kenyon on Capitol Hill. Now with more news, here's Bob Agnew in Washington.
China's President Xi Jinping has set the stage for a possible effort to resolve that worsening conflict with Washington over technology and other trade issues. Correspondent Joe McDonald.
He did not talk in any detail or address other key irritants for Washington, such as a requirement that foreign companies, such as automakers, that want to operate in China have to work through joint ventures with local partners that require them to hand over technology.
President Trump is said to be furious with Special Counsel Robert Mueller after the latest development in the ongoing Russia investigation.
The president called the federal raid on his personal attorney's office disgraceful and an attack on our country. He was asked by reporters about firing Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Mueller.
Well, I think it's a disgrace what's going on. We'll see what happens, but I think it's really a sad situation.
The president said the probe is a witch hunt, and he believes the raid on Cohen's office marks a whole new level of unfairness.
This White House correspondent Greg Clugston reporting. On Wall Street, the Dow is thriving. It's up 430 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
My fellow Americans, remember when WikiLeaks exposed all those government secrets in 2013? Well, you'll be shocked to hear this secret too. If you have any of your hard-earned savings in a 401k, IRA, or other retirement account, listen up. You've been lied to about your retirement. It's all because inflation is secretly much, much worse than you know. We've got our hands on a secret document that exposes the government lies and shows how the value of your money is practically leaking away. To get your hands on this Government Lies Exposed report, call Noble Gold right now at 800-294-4280 and leave your email on this secure 24/7 voicemail. This document also reveals a secret way you can use gold to protect your 401k or IRA from this inflation catastrophe. Just call 800-294-4280 now to get a free copy of this secret document that shows how gold could save your retirement. Again, call Noble Gold at 800-294-4280 and leave your email on the 24/7 voicemail now. Call 800-294-4280.
Families of some Japanese people abducted by North Korea decades ago have asked the U.S. ambassador to Japan to urge President Trump to discuss ways to win their loved ones' return at his upcoming summit with the North Korean leader, Ambassador William Haggerty.
I felt it was critically important that I meet with the families of the abductees today so that I could understand their stories and convey their feelings to the President when I am with him next week.
President Trump says he expects to meet Kim Jong-un in May or perhaps early June. The military says the remains of a Navy seaman from Ohio who died in a 1941 attack by the Japanese at Pearl Harbor during World War II have been identified. The Defense Department says remains of 25-year-old Navy seaman second class Frank Wood of Jackson, Ohio, will be buried on Saturday with full military honors in Franklin, North Carolina. Officials say DNA analysis and dental comparisons help them identify the remains. More details at townhall.com. Correspondent Mike Grazia reports some researchers are now advocating for more objective criteria to define who has Alzheimer's disease.
The hope of some in the science community is that by moving toward objective criteria such as brain scans, the signs of Alzheimer's would be detected earlier and people could be enrolled in studies before the damage is too advanced. At present, there is no cure for Alzheimer's and no brain scan or other type of test has been approved for detecting the disease.
First there was recreational pot, then medical marijuana. Now it's a case of canine cannabis. Two dog owners, so their pets became sick after walking off leash at Mount Philo State Park in Charlotte, North Carolina. One woman says her dog seemed sleepy and was having difficulty standing up after they returned from a walk with friends. Both dog owners now say they believe their pets ingested some marijuana somebody stashed or left lying around in the park. They posted signs warning to watch out for pot when you're walking your dog there. More of these stories can be found at townhall.com.
Longing to make a place for your car in the garage? I know what you could do. Call me, Diane Brocious, during Yankee Trader, heard Monday through Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. Give someone the chance to purchase the things you just don't need or use anymore. If there's something you need but don't want to pay retail for, then tune in to Beaver County's longest-running buy-sell trade show. It's likely that one of our listeners has just what you're looking for. That's Yankee Trader with Diane Brocious, Monday through Friday from 1 to 2, right here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
For the need-to-know info on Beaver County entertainment, join Scott Tatey, entertainment editor for the Beaver County Times, and Frank Sparks every Thursday from 11:30 to noon for Notes on Entertainment. Brought to you by Woolly Bullies in New Brighton, Notes on Entertainment is your source for the latest on local talent in the Beaver County area. So join Scott Tatey and Frank Sparks every Thursday from 11:30 to noon as they discuss the next big acts coming to your area on WBVP and WMBA.
Or not to be? That is the question.
Where was God? Isn't God supposed to be good? Isn't he supposed to love us? And does God want us to suffer?
10 years, you're not finished yet? Morty! Why did you do this to me?
Who are you?
Bruce, I'm God.
Bingo! Yahtzee! Is that your final answer? Our survey says God! Bing, 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 bing. Well, it was nice to meet you, God. Thank you for the Grand Canyon, and good luck with the apocalypse.
Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Hello, everybody. Dennis Prager here. The Ultimate Issues Hour is the third hour every Tuesday, unless it's a national or congressional elections. It's a presidential election, national election, or if it's the day after the State of the Union address. In other words, basically every Tuesday. But I'm a little obsessive. I think I'm OCD on accuracy. So I'm ribbed a lot by friends about that. Anyway, we're on just about every Tuesday, third hour, and it is the Ultimate Issues Hour because those are the issues that ultimately are ultimate. And if the ultimate is not clear, then the penultimate is not clear. Is that clear? To some that was clear. To others, it was not. My point is that ultimate issues are critical, and we don't talk about them enough. So I have an Ultimate Issues Hour, the great questions of life. Well, as you know, the great project of my life, explaining the Bible, or at least the first 5 books, the foundational texts of the Bible for Jews and Christians, and for even just people who are Bible-centered who may not have been a Jew or a Christian in a theological sense, like Benjamin Franklin. This is the seminal text of history, the most powerful, most influential book in history, and people don't know why. Even a lot of people who know something about it, who can answer the question, gee, who were Cain and Abel? Even they cannot explain its significance. So that's what I intended to do, the publication of the Rational Bible. If you have any curiosity about life, I'll tell you, a guy, a 22-year-old wrote to me, said he was 20% of the way through the book, and if he stopped now, this was really powerful, if he stopped reading it now, he would still say it changed his life. I've never said that about a book of mine, and I think they're important. All of them are important. I would not have written them, but this one is meant to be a life changer. Explaining the book of Exodus. Next year will be Genesis. So what I want to do is explain the Bible on the Ultimate Issues Hour. Not every Ultimate Issues Hour will be devoted to that, but a lot of them will, because this is the ultimate issue. These are the ultimate issues. God, meaning, suffering, existence. What is it all about? Where do we go? How do we live? Why is God important? Today I'm going to talk to you about something I've never discussed with you, and it's of surpassing importance. Why is the God of the Bible, the God of Genesis and Exodus, let's even just isolate it to that, why is it the most important idea in world history? And this is, I'm reading to you from page 93 in my 500-page book of Exodus. Number 1. The God introduced by the Bible is the first God in history to have been entirely above and beyond nature. And one of the first things God tells humans is to exercise dominion over nature. This liberated humanity from believing it was controlled by nature, a revolution that made moral and scientific progress possible. So listen to that. Now, this is fascinating, if I may say so. I mean, I'm reading it like somebody else wrote this, so it sounds a little funny telling you it's fascinating, but it is fascinating. So, you know, people are very annoyed today. A lot of folks who are annoyed with the Bible and with Judaism and Christianity. Oh, this was a terrible thing to have people have dominion. So, by the way, a lot of people have retranslated it, which is the ultimate dishonesty. When they when they translate texts in order to fit their agenda. I mean, if you don't like the text, fine. I respect that. You don't like the text, but you can't translate it differently than it actually appears. So we're told that we're to be caretakers. No, the Hebrew, I happen to know the biblical Hebrew, or to be very precise, pre-prophets biblical Hebrew, because the prophets speak in a somewhat different Hebrew. But the early Hebrew of the Bible, I know it extremely well. And the word is dominion, control, dominate. The Hebrew word for dictator comes from the same root. Yes, we're supposed to have control over nature. You know why? Because otherwise nature controls us. And that's not a good idea. Also, again, we're talking about why God is the most important. The God of this Bible is the most important idea in history. It told men to control nature, not allow nature to control them. That is why you and I are the beneficiaries of science, because science, or medicine specifically, is all about controlling nature. We won't let that cell metastasize. We're going to control nature. We're going to get rid of the Anopheles mosquito. That's controlling nature, dominating nature. It's a war, nature versus us. That doesn't mean there aren't beautiful things in nature. Of course there are. But that's a separate issue entirely. I read now, a second consequence of God being above nature is humans are not part of nature. Meaning that just as we are to control the natural world outside us, we are to control our own human nature within us as well. We are to govern ourselves by moral law, not by human nature. All right, this is just reason number one. How many reasons do I give here? Let me see. Oh, my God, I give 12. No, yeah, 12. No, I give 14. 15. Oh, my God. 15 reasons why the God of the Bible is the most important idea in history. Number one, God is above nature. Number two, so it tells us we can control nature. Number two, the God introduced by the Bible brought universal morality into the world. Only if a moral God is universal is morality universal. Morality was no longer local or individual. Cultures do not need to be universal. The world is enriched by multiple cultures, but morality must be universal. All right, get that? That's reason number two. It's the most important idea in history. It means that there is good and evil that transcends national and cultural boundaries. Murder is wrong for every culture on earth. Stealing is wrong for every culture on earth. And incidentally, I make the point elsewhere, as I have on this program, that stealing is the epidemic that is singly, uniquely responsible for the backwardness of many countries because they can't get out of their corruption. You cannot advance with a fully corrupt or a very corrupt country. All right, so number two was the universal God means a universal morality. Number three, the moral God introduced by the Bible means morality is real. Good and evil are not merely individual or societal opinions. They are objectively real. This was also new. You did not have the notion of good and evil being objectively real. They were simply what any given society or gods preferred. That's all. To the extent that they even preoccupied themselves with good and evil, which was not universal preoccupation. All right, I'm going to come to number 4 when we come back. I'm discussing why God is the most important idea in history. The absolute, you could date the world before God, after God, BG and AG. I don't mean this theologically. I mean it logically. Not asking you to become a member of my or any other religion. Just asking you to understand the overwhelming consequences of the most important idea in history. It's in the Rational Bible. You are listening to The Dennis Prager Show. Dennis Prager here for American Federal Rare Coin and Bullion. I've always been a strong believer in precious metals investment, and I've always been fascinated with rare coin collecting. I love coins. But owning the wrong coins and only making dealers a lot of money can hurt your investment portfolio. American Federal Rare Coin and Bullion specializes in taking people out of non-performing coin portfolios and turning them into gold, silver, or platinum bullion. They tailor a portfolio based on your goals and not what they want to sell you. You'll never experience scare tactics, misleading hype, or high-pressure sales from owner Nick Rovich and his very knowledgeable staff. They'll evaluate your portfolio, show you how your coins have performed, and take the time to educate you on the ugly industry practices so that you can make an informed decision. Smart people can make very bad investments when they're under pressure and lack the facts. Call my friends at American Federal Rare Coin and Bullion, 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694, AmericanFederal.com. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act has been around for months now. Americans are seeing real results from it. We've seen a company in Ohio give its 5,000 employees a $1,000 bonus, contribute $1 million to charity, and beef up its employees' pensions by $20 million. We've seen an insurance company give $1,000 bonuses to its employees, donate $40 million to charity, and use the savings to lower premiums for its customers. We've seen an employee in Texas who checked his pay stub and found out he's keeping $200 more a paycheck. These are actual stories we are hearing from people like you who are benefiting from this historic tax cut. But too many people are hearing things that are untrue about the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, things that you know are not true because certain people don't want them told. But that doesn't change the fact that we've seen these things. See how this law is helping Americans just like you at taxcutswork.com. Let us know how the tax cuts are helping your business and your family. Please share those comments at taxcutswork.com. That's taxcutswork.com.
Hey, whoa, your living room does look...
There are over 9 billion animals raised on farms and ranches across the country each year. For far too long, those animals were not afforded protections to ensure their humane treatment and care. Luckily, times have changed, and more farmers are raising their animals in accordance with American Humane's ethical and science-based standards. American Humane is this country's first national humane organization and is committed to working with farmers to offer ethically driven consumers humanely raised products. The next time you're in the grocery store, be sure to choose products that are American Humane certified. The purchasing decisions you make each week can positively impact the lives of billions of animals on our nation's farms and ranches. Live better, live healthy, be humane. To learn more, visit AmericanHumane.org.
Who's this week's pick of the litter? Listen to WBVP and WNBA every Monday and Friday from 9 a.m. till 12 noon for the Beaver County Humane Society's pick of the litter. We'll be highlighting 2 lucky resident animals from the shelter who need a loving home. Plus, we'll be featuring pictures and information about the animals on our website each week. It's WBVP and WNBA's Pick of the Litter each Monday and Friday from 9 a.m. to noon. Brought to you each week by the 19th Hole in Chippewa, Albertine Air Conditioning in Conway, Canine Kingdom in Vanport, attorney Michael W. Nally in Aliquippa, Laura's Loving Pet Sitting and Walking Services, Junax Auto Repair in Aliquippa, and Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
I was born this way.
The Prager Store is making my complete Torah lecture series available for half price. Buy the lectures and get a signed copy of my new book, The Rational Bible, for free. So don't miss out. PragerStore.com or the banner on my website.
So much more.
Hi, everybody. I'm actually reading from this, the Rational Bible. Just came out. On the Ultimate Issues Hour, I have spent a lot of my life, obviously, as you well know, arguing for Judeo-Christian values and for the preeminence of the Bible and for God-based morality, the Ten Commandments, and so on. I have not spent a lot of my time arguing for God's existence. To me, if the set of spectacularly unlikely things that had to happen and exist does not convince you that there is probably a creator, then there is really pretty much nothing I will say that will do it. So what I have spent most of my life talking about is the importance of God. Because on the other hand, if God exists but is not significant, then that doesn't matter either. So I'm reading to you from one of the many essays in my commentary, The Rational Bible, why God is the most important idea in human history. Number one was that nature doesn't control us because God made nature, and we are to control nature. That made possible the entire pursuit of health, of medicine. Number two, universal morality. Number three, that moral God means that good and evil are real. They are not just opinions. I'll take some calls and continue here. Mike in Frisco, Texas. Hi, Mike. Dennis Prager.
Hi, Dennis. You had said that the existence of God lends to a universal morality that is independent of culture. That we can have many cultures that enrich us, but there's a universal morality. So, what happens when morality and culture intersect? As in the case of we know that in some African tribes, and I think there's even some cities in the United States where it's fine if a woman wants to go around topless. Where we have the moral principle that men and women should be modest, but culture determining what modesty is in that particular localized area.
It's a superb question, which is why I took it. I remember when I was in my late teens, I was sitting next to a guy in synagogue who was becoming a rabbi, and he did his thesis on exactly that issue, the relativity of modesty. Because in Judaism there are very specific laws governing a covering up of one's body, how much is necessary, and so on. And he concluded that it was overwhelmingly relative, which, by the way, I don't have a problem with. I've explained on other occasions that situations always determine ethics, but morality is still absolute. But I won't bother with that now. It's too long for this moment. But any of us who would even argue that some element of modesty is a universal desire. After all, the first thing God does when Adam and Eve know that they're naked is give them clothing, right?
Well, they actually gave themselves clothing first.
Well, no, not true. He made it for them. If you read the text, it's fascinating. He made it. He made the clothing. But it doesn't matter. Whether you think he did it does matter, actually. God gave it to them.
They clothed themselves with leaves first, correct?
Yes, right. But God made them clothing to wear. God was part of the process of their covering up. So it's obvious that God wants us to be covered up. So the question you're asking is how much? And to a very large extent, it's relative. I mean, the Muslim fundamentalist would argue that a woman should cover everything, including her eyes, or everything except her eyes, or everything except her face. And Orthodox Jewish women will argue, no, that's not necessary, but you have to wear a long skirt, and you have to wear sleeves. You can't wear sleeveless. These things do, in fact, become, by definition, relative. What is not relative is the concept of modesty, What is relative is how much. Does that make sense?
It does. It just winds up being a little unsatisfying when you wind up hearing about, say, a girl in school who, bears her midriff, and she's like, "Why do I have to cover up?"
Well, no, yeah, right. And
like,
we have established that amount of bare skin violates our rules of modesty. That is correct. I admit it. She has gone beyond the culture's norm by doing that. It has a clearly erotic response in the vast majority of men. Now, you may argue that anything a woman shows has a clearly erotic response, and there's some truth to that too. So there's no perfect answer to your question. I have grappled with it. There is no perfect answer. I think that, ironically, I think America in the 50s, 40s, 30s really did come up with a really good answer. There were guidelines clearly that could not be violated, but women still wore clothing that was even sexy, not gross, not semi-naked, but but made it clear that I'm a woman, and it worked out. We went to the other extreme, though. We went now. Nothing is to be hidden. All right, let me continue with why God's the most important idea in history. Number 4, the God introduced by the Bible morally judges every human being. There had never been a concept like this, and it became a major reason for Jew hatred. People do not like to be judged, and the people who introduced the idea of God who morally judges people have paid a terrible price for bringing the idea into the world. The social psychologist Ernest van den Haag wrote, fundamental to Fundamental to anti-Semitism, though seldom explicit and conscious, is hostility to the Jewish belief in one God. The Jews' invisible God not only insisted on being the one and only and all-powerful God, creator and Lord of everything and the only rightful claimant to worship, he also developed into a moral God. No wonder the Jews are the target of all those who resent his domination. So that is the next major reason for the importance, the unique importance of the God of the Bible, a moral judge of humanity. That's a big deal. Certainly Zeus didn't do it. Osiris didn't do it. 1-8-Prager-776, the Ultimate Issues Hour on The Dennis Prager Show.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn?
Were you born from 1945 to 1965? People born during these years are 5 times more likely to have hepatitis C. But most people don't know they are infected. So even if you try to eat right, exercise, and take care of yourself, you can still have hepatitis C, a serious liver disease that often has no symptoms. In fact, people can live with hepatitis C for decades without feeling or looking sick. But over time, hepatitis C can cause serious health problems, including liver damage, liver failure, or even liver cancer. Getting tested is the only way to know if you're infected with hepatitis C. That's why the CDC recommends everyone born from 1945 to 1965 get a blood test for hepatitis C. Treatments are available that can cure this disease. So talk to your doctor about getting tested. It could save your life. A message from the CDC.
In Africa, 5-year-old Chiru has no choice. She and millions like her must walk miles every day for dirty water. But together, we can end their walk by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom that expands their minds, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can grow up strong, finally free of sicknesses caused by dirty water. At World Vision, care about clean water runs deep. Deep enough to reach one new person with clean water every 10 seconds. Because every child, every person, everywhere deserves clean water and the chance to rise to their full potential. It's true. When you just add water, you change a life. Learn more at worldvision.org.
Imagine being denied an apartment because of your religion, or your race, or because you have children, or a disability.
It's so wrong.
Yes, but who has the power to stop this?
You do. Each of us has the power. The law is on your side. It's illegal for landlords to discriminate because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, or familial status. If you suspect that you have experienced housing discrimination, file a complaint with HUD immediately so we can investigate it. Fair housing is your right.
Use it.
To learn more, visit hud.gov/fairhousing. That's hud.gov/fairhousing. Or call 1-800-669-9777. 1-800-669-9777. A public service message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Obstructive sleep apnea may sound like snoring, but it can also sound like a car crash. Those suffering from sleep apnea are 7 times more likely to be involved in or cause a fatal car accident, 20 times more likely to suffer from high blood pressure, 8 times more likely to suffer a stroke, and 10 times more likely to suffer a heart attack in their sleep. While it may only sound like snoring, sleep apnea is a serious and even life-threatening condition. But it can be successfully treated. Consult with an oral and facial surgeon as part of a sleep medicine team to find out if your snoring is more than just snoring. Oral and facial surgeons are the experts in face, mouth, and jaw surgery. Learn more about obstructive sleep apnea at myoms.org.
Words unspoken will be there soon. For home a song that echoes on, and all who find us.
All right, everybody. Welcome to or welcome back to the Dennis Prager Show, the Ultimate Issues Hour, third hour every Tuesday. I hope I get through all 15 reasons. It's all in there in the book, The Rational Bible, which just came out. And my dream is, and we are on our way there to being the best selling Bible commentary in America. And I hope that that takes place. And you're a big part of the reason if it does. It's my life's work. All right. Number 5, why God is the most important idea in history. Number 5, the just and good God introduced by the Bible gives humanity hope. One of those hopes is ultimate justice. The belief that God judges humans means that both the good and the evil will get what they ultimately deserve. Even though justice is rarely served in this world, there is a good God who will ultimately set things right. I mean, there are so many hopes. I mean, obviously, if there is a God, there is a hope that we will see our loved ones, and we don't all go into oblivion. I mean, I could just spend, maybe I will, maybe I'll just talk one of these Ultimate Issues hours about just this element that the God of the Bible introduced hope into mankind. Lloyd, Staten Island, New York. Hello, Lloyd of Staten Island, the famous Lloyd of Staten Island.
Hello?
Hi. Yes, sir.
Two things I wanted to say. One was what I told her about 1/4 of the Bible is approximately 1/4 of both Testaments is prophecy, which is sort of supernatural. And I've just been listening to you on and off, and it seems that you downplay the supernatural. The second thing is I want to get a book for someone. I know her, and she's important to me, and she's a liberal. And you were talking about the title of, I don't need the title of the book. It was like one of the things you said about it was left says versus right says, about Israel, about all the different things. I need the title of that book.
When did I talk about that?
I think yesterday. I was listening yesterday. Like Israel is...
Maybe... Yeah, maybe it was about a column I had written. I don't recall a book. I feel bad. But I usually remember the books I mentioned. But let me answer your first part. Yes. What you're referring to is my left-right differences. You could look it up. It's just do Dennis Prager left-right differences in Google, and you will come up with my column on that, which includes Israel and many, many, many other things. But you mentioned Israel, so I'm echoing it. I don't downplay the supernatural at all. God is supernatural, and that's what I'm talking about here. But I do emphasize, that's why the name of my book is The Rational Bible. I use reason to come to faith. I do. God gave us reason, we should use it. Reason leads me to all these conclusions, so that if you're an atheist, I hope my book would be as meaningful to you. Okay. Let's go on to number 6. The God introduced by the Bible introduced holiness, the elevation of human beings from animals to creatures created in God's image. I mean, it's astonishing to think that all of these things were brand new introductions. But they are. It's one of the reasons I believe in this book and in God. God is as different from everything, the Bible is as different from everything that preceded it, as life is from non-life. There are people who think life came from non-life naturally, even though we don't have a shred of evidence as to how you go from non-life to life, from the inorganic to the organic. So too, and that's one of the reasons I believe in God's creating, because you don't go from life to non-life, or you don't go from nothing to something without something outside of it making it. So too, the same thing here. The Bible is to pre-biblical life what life is to non-life, and it has no explanation that is not divine. Number 7, the God introduced by the Bible gives every individual unprecedented self-worth. Since all humans are created in God's image, each of us is infinitely valuable. Every person has the right to say, as the Talmud put it, "For my sake was the world created." All right, I got through 7. We have a chance. I think I may do 15 and take calls. 1-8-PRAGER-776. Time for Blink. That is correct. So we have a very wonderful product here. I've used it, and it's quite remarkable. Go to blinkprotect.com/Dennis. Blinkprotect.com/Dennis. And it is these cameras that you put up. They're a great price to begin with, and you get an extra 10% off if you do the /Dennis. Not if you slash me. If you do the /Dennis. I want to make that clear. And you see what's happening on your smartphone. You will get monitored. You will see what's happening on your porch, for example. It's you really prevent burglaries this way. Anyway, it's blink.com. Excuse me, blinkprotect.com/Dennis. Blinkprotect.com/Dennis. As we age, we all notice our bodies changing, correct? Of course. People have less energy, they feel more fatigued, and so on. Well, I recently learned that this may be due to a decrease in circulation. If you start giving your body what it needs now, you can promote natural, healthy circulation and keep on feeling great as the years go by. That's why I drink Super Beets. Super Beets promotes the body's own natural ability to produce healthier circulation for increased energy and stamina all day long. Only Super Beets is made from beets grown to exacting standards, then concentrated into superfood crystals. So if you want to give your body what it needs as you age, call 800-803-8851 or go to PragerBeets, BEETS.com. With your first order, get another 30-day supply of Super Beets for free, plus indicator strips to see how Super Beets is working for you, and free shipping. 800-803-8851 or PragerBeets.com. Hi, everybody. I'd like to tell you about a special offer at the Prager Store, pragerstore.com.
Every year, millions of Americans use opioids to manage pain. Pain can be unrelenting, overwhelming, and all-consuming. So why do so many of us try to manage pain only from the palm of our hands? Doctor-prescribed opioids are appropriate in some cases, but they just mask the pain. And reliance on opioids has led to the worst drug crisis in American history. That's why the CDC recommends safer alternatives, like physical therapy, to manage pain. Physical therapists treat pain through movement, hands-on care, and patient education. No warning labels required. And by increasing physical activity, you can also reduce your risk of other chronic diseases. Pain is personal, but treating pain takes teamwork. When it comes to your health, you have a choice. Choose more movement and better health. Choose physical therapy. Visit MoveForwardPT.com to find a physical therapist in your area. This message is brought to you by the American Physical Therapy Association.
Flooded vehicles from recent hurricanes will soon be flooding the used car market, so it's buyer beware. Flooded vehicles are supposed to be dismantled for usable parts or crushed for scrap, and a flood title issued to that damaged car. But some unscrupulous dealers will buy a flooded vehicle, clean it up, and get it retitled with no indication it was flooded. Or uninsured cars will be cleaned up by the owner and sold online, also with no warning to the buyer. If the price seems too good to be true, there's a good chance you're buying a lemon. Make sure to check for flood damage and have a qualified mechanic inspect it before you write a check. The free VIN check service from the National Insurance Crime Bureau is a good place to start to see if a car has been in a flood. Go to www.nicb.org to check it out. And if you suspect fraud, give us a call at 1-800-TEL-NICB. That's 1-800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Blue sky, you can see it in a woman's eye. You can hear it in your baby's cry. You can hear it in your lover's sighs. You can touch it in a grain of sand. Yeah, hold it right there in the palm of your hand. Feel it when you're every day.
Hello, everybody. Dennis Prager here, the Ultimate Issues Hour, third hour every Tuesday on my show. Giving you 15 reasons why the most important idea in history is the God introduced by the Bible. And it's all in the Rational Bible, which, needless to say, I hope you get. Not for the obvious reasons that every author would like people to get their book, although, I mean, obviously there's an element of that. But this is the project of my life, and it is because I think it's the most important thing to reintroduce the Bible as the central text of American life and Western civilization's life, for that matter. All right, number 8. Why God is the most important idea in history. The God introduced by the Bible is necessary for human brotherhood. Since we all have the same Father, we are all brothers and sisters. As the prophet Malachi asked, have we not all one Father? Did not one God create us? Malachi, or Malachi, is one of the Hebrew prophets. That was 2:10. Number 9, the God introduced by the Bible began the long journey to belief in human equality, solely as a result of the statement in the Bible in Genesis that each of us is created in God's image. Slavery was abolished on a wide scale, first in the Western world, by Christians who were rooted in the Torah, that's the first 5 books, and the rest of the Hebrew Bible, and who specifically cited the Torah doctrine that all humans are created in God's image. Number 10, the God introduced by the Torah is incorporeal. No body, no physicality. This opened the human mind to abstract thought by enabling humans to think in terms of a reality beyond that which is accessible to our senses. Number 11, the God introduced by the Bible teaches us the physical is not the only reality. Consequently, there can be non-physical realities, such as a soul, an afterlife, and morality. All righty, good. Let's go to Tony in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Hi, Tony. Dennis Prager.
Hi, Dennis. Hey, I just had a question, and I don't mean to put you on the spot or anything
You can.
like that.
By the way, never hesitate putting me on the spot. It's fine.
Oh, okay, Dennis. Well, I want you to just know I respect you very much.
I do. Thank you.
I just want to know, do you believe, and I think my question was already answered by the previous caller, but I'll ask it anyway. Do you believe in the concept of God or in a literal God himself?
Literal God.
Okay,
but
well,
I am
that
explaining.
My question.
Yeah, well, that's right, and I do very much. But I want the non-believer to be able to understand why it is that someone would believe. So that's part of the reason that I've written this part, the 15 reasons why God is the most important concept. See, we're not going to get people to take God seriously if we just make arguments for God's existence. We have to show why it's not God doesn't only exist, but why God is important.
Very good.
So
I
as a
received instruction from a very wise man.
Well, that's very kind of you to say that. But I totally understand your question. Because I emphasize the importance, people can sometimes wonder, well, does he believe in the importance of God or really in God? And the answer is both. Okay?
Very good.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. You're a good man. Clearly a good man. All right. Steve in Los Angeles, California. Hi, Steve. Dennis Prager.
Obviously, not enough time to get into the depths of this. I have to say that your categories are pretty good, but the connections are going to have to be coming out through your Genesis book because there's a lot left out so far. Anyway, since you are a believer in some literal aspects interpretation, we have, of course, the Noah flood, and that was due to an evil behavior on Earth in history, and that was a providential act. How do you account for the Holocaust then, where there wasn't any providence?
The same way I do for the recent school shootings in Florida.
Well, this is a bit greater scale, and
of course it is. You're right. So there were even greater scale than that was
and how do you explain that?
Was China, and well, not scale because there were so many Chinese, but I mean there were far more Chinese killed by
right,
Mao.
But how do you explain there was no providential act?
Well, because God gives us free will.
Then why did he act during the Noah period? Where's the consistency?
Because he acted in the Noah period in a way that you could call a Holocaust too. God destroyed everybody except Noah and his family.
Right, but why was there an action?
So would you, if God had destroyed all Germans except one, would you then not have made this call?
Again, why was there action in one case and not in another?
Well, the action though was trying to restart humanity with some moral laws, because clearly just giving humans a conscience didn't work. We became overwhelmingly bad to one another. But you have a. I mean, I'll sharpen your question. Your question should really be, why did God intervene an Holocaust. That's a more logical framework to put it in. And in the final analysis, I don't claim to be able to answer every question with regard to why God does X or Y. My answer is free will. I've got dinner plans for you, but it doesn't involve a restaurant or a takeout or even grocery shopping, just sitting down to enjoy an easily prepared, delicious home-cooked meal. That's what you get with HelloFresh. Simple recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. No more searching for Mr.
Rocket Mortgage, a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online. No one else has anything like it. So choose Quicken Loans, America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 3030.
Freedom. One nation in all of human history was built on that bedrock. Ours. A republic of the people, by the people, and for the people. Self-government requires freedom, just as freedom requires an individual willingness to self-govern. Freedom has made America exceptional, but it can only last as long as you and I seek the good, as expressed by the laws of nature and nature's God. It can only last if you and I choose to act as people of character. Forging character has been the pursuit of Hillsdale College since 1844. Hillsdale College forges character and elevates civic discourse both on campus and nationwide. To find out how you can take their free online courses or receive a complimentary subscription to Imprimis, a monthly speech digest, visit hillsdalefreedom.com. That's hillsdalefreedom.com.
Do you have a family member who's getting older and can no longer be safely left alone? With Visiting Angels America's Choice in Senior Home Care, your parents and older family members can continue living at home and not have to move into a nursing home. Experienced, compassionate caregivers provide assistance in hygiene, meal preparation, and light housework up to 24 hours per day at affordable rates. To restore your family's peace of mind, call Visiting Angels toll-free today at 877-37...
Plus, we'll be featuring pictures and information about the animals on our website each week. It's WBVP and WNBA's Pick of the Litter each Monday and Friday from 9 a.m. to noon. Brought to you each week by the 19th Hole in Chippewa, Albertine Air Conditioning in Conway, Canine Kingdom in Vanport, attorney Michael W. Nally in Aliquippa, Friday from 9 a.m. to noon. Brought to you each week by the 19th Hole in Chippewa, Albertine Air Conditioning in Conway, Canine Kingdom in Vanport, attorney Michael W. Nally in Aliquippa.